welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to transfer one of my prints of one of my paintings that I did quite a few years ago. And as I've stated in other videos, I've been wanting to figure out a way of transferring my artwork that I've done on canvas to other, like on wood, maybe other canvases, especially with my digital art. So I've been experimenting using Podge, wood, and then obviously my imprint. So like I said, I do pretty well selling prints matted, obviously with higher quality paper, but especially something like this, I've been wanting to put it on wood. So this piece of wood, it's really thin. I got it from Michael's for, might have been $2 or something like that. And then this, I don't have a laser printer, so I went to Kinko's and got it done. Just remember to mirror it, so flip it. So otherwise, when you transfer it over, you can read it, as opposed to like this one that I did the first time. You can see it like that, but once I transfer it over, it's going to be backwards. So make sure you do that. And it's so easily to forget. I've done it a couple of times. Luckily, I didn't. I caught it before I transferred onto the piece of wood or material. So anyway, so you need the Mod Podge, you need the imprint, you need the wood, and you can find this also at Michael's or Walmart online. You need a brush or one of these gadgets. Just keep in mind, if you use a brush, it does dry, and I've tried cleaning it. It just, because it's glue, it'll eventually dry up. So one of the keys, whether you're using a brush or using one of these, is try doing a whole bunch of them. Have them all lined up, so that way you're not wasting brushes or money just doing one. So just make sure you're ready to do quite a few of them, so it's worth throwing out the brush or this or whatever you may use. So I think that's the key part. So let's get started. So I got one of my old brushes that I have quite a few projects that I'm going to be working on, so I'm going to use it and then get rid of it. So on some of my other videos, I added the glue onto the piece. I think with this one, I'm going to try adding it on right onto the print. Had this been an ink cartridge printer, the colors would bleed. I've tried it with some other ones and it just doesn't work very well. So let me see what happens when I add the glue straight onto the imprint, and then go from there. So let's get this started. All right. You probably want to do it relatively quick, and just make sure you have enough glue, otherwise it's not going to stick onto the wood, and it's not going to transfer. So just use that. It looks like it's not, the colors are not bleeding, so that's great. And just try to go on the edge of it. The paper's going to start to curl, so that's why you got to try to do it as quickly as possible. And I've been thinking of doing imprints where they're more grungy, rugged, so that way if some of the imprint doesn't transfer over, it looks like it was meant to be that way. So but for now, since I'm just experimenting with these things, you know, I'm just leaving it straight like it was from my painting. So we'll do one good one here, and then we'll glue it down. You're supposed to wait about 24 hours or so before you can try to peel it off. So again, I think the best thing to do is to just do quite a few of them at one time, so you're not, you know, wasting time really. Especially if you're doing a craft show or something like that, you want to be able to mass produce, so it's worth your time. All right, so we're setting it down. You just take something just to kind of get the air bubbles out, and just to make sure that it's down. Just be careful, because I've had it where it ripped the paper when I was doing this. Just because, you know, it's glue and it's wet, it's, you know, somewhat liquid, so you can ruin it. Just keep pressing on it. If you have something that's got weight, obviously you could do that, and that would you know, weigh it down so it doesn't lift up. Let's see, I can see there's some bubbles, so just keep pressing on it. All right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put something over top of it for, you know, for the overnight, just to weigh it down, and then we'll come back tomorrow and start peeling it off and see how it looks. All right, so welcome back. So I've let it sit for over the weekend, so it's been at least two, probably 3 days now, so it should be on there. So now the next step is to add some water onto the back of the paper and let that soak in, and then we'll start rubbing the paper off. So let's do that. Just go gently, because otherwise, if you press too hard, you're gonna get some of the imprint out, and sometimes you really can't help it. A lot of times it could be on the paper itself, the print, the, you know, laser or ink, jet printer, or it could be that you didn't have enough glue down. It could be several different reasons why, but either way, you know, just try to be a little gentle as you're doing this. And as you can see, the paper's coming off, and you see the imprint on the piece of wood, so that's good. And again, this was using a laser jet printer, not one of the ink cartridge or, you know, ink jet printers. As you can see, the color came out here, but you know, that's fine. I kind of want that rugged look to it. Again, just got to be careful how you know, you press on it as you rub. So just keep doing this. See, some of the color came off there when I peeled it off. It could be that I didn't have enough glue in those spots. I mean, I'm assuming, you know, the bigger the image, the little more challenging to get the coverage of the glue. So let's continue. So this is the tedious part, you know, is getting all the paper rubbed off. And I mean, I don't know that you're gonna get 100% of it out, but you definitely want to get most of it out anyways. And then, you know, adding some kind of sealant on top of it, whether it's using the Mod Podge or doing one of those epoxy clear coats. You know, you definitely want to seal it. So, but it still looks pretty cool. You know, it most of the imprint transfer over. You know, I see there's a couple of areas where it rubbed off. I'm not sure if the nose was already like that, but definitely around the sunglasses. And you know, again, you can still see there's still some fibers from the paper still left. But anyways, try it at home. Let me know how it goes. It's still, you know, really cool, you know, to be able to transfer artwork and then, you know, onto a piece of wood or whatever it may be. And you know, please support, like my video, subscribe to my channel. And I've added quite a few videos recently, so check those out. And until next time, all right, have a good one.